This is HP Victus 16. It's a beast of a performance at a budget price. Hey everyone and welcome back to the Binosha Tech channel. Today we are taking a deep dive into HP Victus 16, but this is a late 2024 model. This laptop rocking the AMD Ryzen 7 8845HS CPU and Nvidia RTX 4060. On paper, this looks like a serious contender for those who seeking high-end performance without breaking the bank. This model right here is priced at around $1,000, and with RTX 4070, I think it is one of the best models you can get in the market right now. Okay, let's start with the body and chassis design. Surprisingly, the keyboard was a standout for me. Even without the flashy RGB lighting that is so common in gaming laptops, the typing experience was genuinely good. The key travel felt comfortable and the layout was great. It made everyday tasks and even longer typing sessions surprisingly pleasant. But unfortunately, this keyboard is not the best for gamers, because in my tests, I found out that I can't use 4 keys at once, which is a bummer for this kind of laptop. The trackpad is also good, especially considering its plastic material. It felt smooth and responsive, offering a decent tracking and multi-gesture support. It's definitely one of the best trackpads in mid-range gaming laptops. Now, let's talk about ports. The port selection is just bad. You get your standard USB Type-A ports, 3 of them, and HDMI 2.1, which is always good. However, in 2025, seeing only a single USB Type-C port doesn't feel good. With more and more devices adopting this standard, having just one can be a real problem. I mean, with only one Type-C port, I can't even think of buying this laptop. Why? Because most of my accessories are using USB Type-C cables, and with only one USB Type-C cable, I can't even use this laptop. Okay, I can buy a monitor if I don't like the display. Okay, I can do some workarounds if the cooling wasn't proper, but I can't do anything with the damn port. I mean, I should use this Type-C port for my dongles. I should use this Type-C port for my accessories. I should use this Type-C port for my storages like SSDs and some other things. And having only one USB Type-C in this kind of laptop is just not acceptable. I don't know about you, but I won't buy this laptop for this exact reason. But the hinge is a lot better than last year. I mean, this hinge feels reasonably sturdy, offering a decent balance between being easy to open and holding the screen firmly in place. But I should say, you can open this laptop with only one hand. You should use your both hands. One of the reasons of that is the only access hinge, which is not ideal for this kind of laptop, because at this price range, other competitors are having 2 axis hinge, and 1 axis hinge is not great for this kind of laptop. But the wobble is acceptable and I am okay with this. However, one thing I immediately noticed was the weight. It's not the lightest 16-inch laptop out there, and if portability is a top priority for you, this might be something to consider. It's not backbreaking, but you'll definitely feel it in your bag. For this part, I can give this laptop a 5 out of 10 score at best. I was easy on it. I could give it less. This is not acceptable with this port selection. Okay, let's talk about the screen. This is one of the biggest letdowns of this laptop. The display is a 16:9 aspect ratio display. It feels a little outdated now, especially for productivity and immersion. But the real issues is with the color accuracy and brightness. The 60% sRGB color coverage is simply not ideal if you are even not doing a lot of color grading or something like that. Just watching movies and playing games is not ideal in this screen. The brightness could be better, but it is, I think, okay at 300 nits. We don't expect that much from a $1,000 laptop, but it could be a lot better with a better screen. But my main concern with this laptop is this 16:9 screen. Because of this 16:9 screen, the weight of this laptop isn't spread out as you think, and because of that, this laptop can feel heavier than it is, because the aspect ratio of the screen is not ideal. I mean, this is a 16-inch laptop and you don't have the extra screen real estate you want. And also, the huge bezel on the bottom is just ugly. Why? I hope in the 2025 model we can get better screen with this laptop. In this section, I can say the screen is barely acceptable with a 6 out of 10 score. So let's talk about performance. Thankfully, the performance is where this laptop truly shines. Powered by AMD Ryzen 7 8845HS CPU and the RTX 4070 GPU. This thing is a beast for the price point. Around $1,000 at the time of this review, benchmarks were impressive. And in games, it handled demanding titles with a smooth frame rates and respectable setting. For the money, the sheer horsepower you're getting here is hard to argue with. Okay, let's talk about benchmarks. We tested Cinebench R23 in this laptop and we got more than 16,000 scores, which is good in multi-core. And in Cinebench 2024, we got around 1,000 scores in multi-core and more than 100 score in single core, which is okay for a single core score and it is good for the multi-core. As for the GPU test, in Cinebench 2024 we got more than 11,500 score, which is good, and it means this laptop can handle high demanding CPU and GPU workloads. We also tested Geekbench 6 in this machine, and Geekbench 6 is not good with AMD CPUs, so as you can see on the screen, the scores are not that high. We also tested Time Spy in this machine and we got almost 12,500 scores, which means this laptop can handle 3D applications and games without any problem, and this laptop is suitable for 3D workloads and games. As for the 3D workloads, we also tested Blender in this laptop and we got more than 3,700 scores, which is okay. I mean, I've seen other 4070 laptops with almost the same points as this laptop, which means this laptop can handle 4070 without a problem. We also tested some content creation workloads like Adobe Premiere and Adobe After Effects in this laptop, and as you can see on the screen, we got 5 minutes and 58 seconds, which is good. Almost good, consider its RAM capacity at 16 GB of RAM and the SSD speeds, which is okay at 5 GB for the read and 4.6 GB for the write. I mean, we can get better results with more RAM capacity, but this is also a good score. You can also upgrade this laptop up to 64 GB without a problem. We also tested Adobe After Effects in this machine and we got 5 minutes and 59 seconds. I think we need to upgrade this laptop to see better results in Adobe applications, especially because Adobe applications are not that optimized for AMD CPUs. As for the gaming, we tested Cyberpunk 2077 this machine in 5 different scenarios, and in all of these scenarios we got good results, especially in FSR3 frame generation. I was happy with the results, and I can say these kind of AAA titles are really playable in this laptop and you can easily play them at a smooth frame rates. We also tested Rainbow Six Siege in this laptop. We got more than 270 FPS in all different scenarios in average, which is great. It means this laptop can handle Rainbow Six Siege without a problem. We also tested Fragpunk, which is a new game, and in Fragpunk 2 we got amazing results. The minimum frame rates in the low setting is not that great. It is because of the CPU. I mean, the GPU is more powerful than the CPU in this laptop. So because of that, if you want to play games in this machine, you should consider playing these titles at the ultra setting or high setting, because GPU is more capable than the CPU. We see the exact same results in Shadow of the Tomb Raider and also in Wukong, and I suggest you to play at higher texture qualities in any games. We also tested Marvel Rivals in this laptop, and in Marvel Rivals 2 the results are saying the same thing. I know the max frame rates are not that high, but the main concern when you are playing games is the 1% low and the minimum FPS you are getting. If you want them to be better, you should put the pressure on the GPU more. The cooling system also seems to do a decent job of keeping temperatures in check, even under sustained load. I didn't experience any significant thermal throttling during my testing, and the 120 watt power limit for the RTX 4070 allows it to stretch its legs and deliver excellent gaming performance. For this section, I can give this laptop an 8 out of 10, but I can go easy on it and give it a 9 out of 10, because for the price, you are getting one of the best performing laptops available available in the market. So let's talk about speakers, webcam, and battery life. The speakers are decent. They are loud without distorting too much and offering a decent audio experience for both media consumption and gaming. This is the webcam quality of HP Victus 16 late 2024. What do you think about it? It has a 1080p sensor and I think it's a good webcam because I can see myself very clearly and I don't have any problem with it. What do you think about the webcam quality and the mic quality? Tell us in the comments below. And finally, let's talk about battery life. This is where Victus 16 really impressed me. With its 70 watt-hour battery, I was consistently getting around 10 hours of general use, which is fantastic for a laptop of this kind, making it surprisingly versatile, even when you are away from a power outlet, which is good. I mean, you can easily use this laptop without a charger and go out to your university, to your job, and get back home with almost 20 to 30% battery life. And also the performance on battery is surprisingly good and I didn't see any problem doing some kind of photoshopping or that kind of workloads in this laptop, which is great. So in conclusion, the HP Victus 16 with the AMD Ryzen 7 8845 HS and RTX 4070 is a bit of a mixed bag. On one hand, you get incredible performance for the price, a surprisingly good keyboard and trackpad, decent speakers, and a fantastic battery life. However, the lackluster display and the limited port selection are significant drawbacks, especially in 2025. Ultimately, whether this laptop is right for you, will depend on your priorities. If raw performance per dollar is your main concern and you can live up with a less than a stellar screen, the Victus 16 is definitely worth considering. But if the display and port selection are high on your list, you might want to explore other options. Our final score for this laptop is 6 out of 10, but I can say if it had better port selection, it could get an 8 out of 10 easily without a problem. Let me know what you think about this laptop in the comments below. Have you had experience with the HP Victus series? What's your thoughts? Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!